Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the greatest podcast on the planet. I am, of course, one of your three co hosts himself, Odin's greatest creation. Today, we're cosplaying as Frank Castle as Iron Man, but you all know Mr. Perfection himself, the gift of this generation. And I'm here once again with a great guy from AEW. Watch his work if you haven't already. I got Mr. Eddie Kingston in the building with me here this week. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how this man escaped the asylum that he was in, but sir, can you turn around for us? We have Mr. Art the Clown with us this week on our Halloween episode. Now, it's going to be a little bit disturbing to have a conversation with this guy if you know the stuff he's done. But we're here today to talk about wrestling in general. And you're seeing this on Monday. There will also be an episode coming out at 7 p.m. on Halloween night, um, where we will recap and do our top five scariest superstars of all time. I'm also here with Boba Fett. Have you gotten any bounties lately?
I'm retired.
Well, okay. What happened to Jenga? Jenga Fett.
I don't know.
He's your dad. You should know.
He
All
left
right.
me alone.
So I'll start with you, Mr. Kingston. I'll leave Mr. Art alone there for a minute as he's just fondling himself.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
How did you feel about wrestling this week, man?
Well, found out that Jey Uso had the title shot against CM Punk on Saturday night. I'll get a take on one or two ways that could happen. Either Punk wins the title or Jey wins, but I still have that feeling that he'll be your leader of the division. I guess I have a feeling. Um,
You
trying to
said
think
Jay
what else
Uso's
would.
gonna lead
Huh?
the division. You said Jay Uso's gonna be the leader of the division.
I have a feeling.
I don't think he'll be the leader. I would like to see him join though.
I'd like
Well,
to see
if he wins the title, you can't make him you just can't come in as a member.
He ain't winning the title though.
Well, if he does, I see him. I don't know. I just have a feeling he's turned heel. Let's just put it that way.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
think we could all see that coming.
but the thing I think most of it I'm reading about is that they're going to have him win it, but they're set up to where they're going to do a Jay versus Jimmy part two, which, God, I mean, I like them both. They both are great as a tag team, but put them one on one. I mean, go back 2 years ago, WrestleMania. It was like first card it was where match on the card. Um,
It was the worst match of the card.
it was pretty close. Um, I'm trying to think what's happened on Raw. Um, you had Dirty Dom retain his title against Rusev again.
Yeah,
Mhm.
in a very creative.
AJ and Dragon wins the tag titles.
Yeah,
I
I think
don't,
that's a good move.
it was, but I think it would have. I think what would have made it even. It would have cemented it better. It's we've all said that Finn Balor's like the most underutilized guy. So why wouldn't they just him win that battle royal? And to get another. He hadn't had a title shot since he had relinquished it 7, 8, 9 years ago.
Yeah, he got
But
one match against Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble and lost.
yeah,
And
and I think he had one. I think didn't he have one match against Roman?
Yeah, and Roman was the first person to beat the Demon.
Yeah, we knew that. I mean, we knew that Brock wasn't going to fucking put Finn over. That wouldn't happen. And at the time when the Roman versus Finn, Roman that whole blood thing was just getting off. So I mean, that wasn't going to happen. We found out that Seth is be out for quite some time. Trying to think of anything else big that happened on Monday.
Raw
not-
was not really eventful.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a good show. I can't remember too much. Oh, wait, Maxine. Maxine, she won the match, but did it about DQ or some shit.
Yeah.
Other than that, had SmackDown, not a whole lot going too big on there. Now, I will make my prediction. I do think Cody master behind the attack on Jay.
Yeah, I think they're planting the seeds there for it to be Cody that took out Jacob.
You think so?
I think
Yep.
they're planting the seeds there.
That's a good one. I hope so.
Yeah, me too. I
But
think
see, the only
Go ahead.
problem with it would be if this comes out to be where he's the one who Chip. Now Cody heel. Now you got to turn somebody's.
You're right about that. But I think it's time for Cody to be a heel, you know?
Yeah.
I think
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think he's run the course being
You can see little things.
like he's
You're
a lot more
noticing it.
aggressive, we saw
He's
signs
A lot more aggressive.
the week before last when he hit McIntyre with the belt, was just overall a lot more aggressive. So I think they're slowly starting to do that turn, and it's about goddamn time. Like it really is, and it should have happened a long time ago.
Hey, I found a way to do this. Leave me alone.
What are you?
I'm
Hey,
getting
I put them down 2 seconds. I'll be right back. All right.
All right, sorry, y'all. I had to change out of costume. That thing get a little warm.
No problem at all. Welcome back, Magic Figures.
Yeah, welcome back indeed. Man, that clown, he's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I know. You okay? The family okay? Did you get that guy out of there?
Yeah, I had to kick him out of my chair. He was he having that dude sitting in a leather chair, things get a little messed up pretty quickly.
Yeah. Make sure he didn't leave his bag laying around either. You don't want that.
He left that damn horn, and I think that was what was drawing my kids' attention. And they kept knocking on the door, so I had to I had to put that thing away.
Yeah, you have to hide your kids. You'll get them.
Gotta hide the kids for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As we've all found out from Art the Clown, the rules of leave the kids alone,
don't
he doesn't
apply.
care.
They don't,
He doesn't care.
apply.
He doesn't care. Man, woman, child, you in his path, you are screwed. Your number is up.
Hey, you're not
And
supposed to
he
take them
will-
home.
He will eat the cookies and then wash the dishes and clean up after himself. So he's at least considerate in that route. But
Easily
traditional rules don't apply.
Yeah. So I'll go to you now. How did you feel about this week, man?
Dude, I'm hoping the new name of the tag team champions is Dragon Styles or Styles Dragon or something, because I absolutely love the fact that they won the tag team titles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, does this ultimately lead to the collapse of the Judgment Day?
Maybe.
Because we've already seen signs that there's some turmoil and some inner tension, but does this truly start the story of
Turning
it
on
falling
Dom.
apart? But also,
It's hot in there pretty quick.
seeing
You get mad at me for
the
talking
match
about
between
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie and Roxanne Perez. It's a great match. However, Roxanne's dressing a lot like Liv.
it? I've
Yeah.
noticed.
A lot
And she's
like Liv. Even
what
doing the
does
sit
Liv
on the
do?
ropes thing that Liv
Yeah.
did.
I've noticed.
So
that.
it's like, is she truly just trying to do the complete replacement section here, or is there something else that they're trying to slowly put into play?
I feel like she's trying to replace her.
Yeah. So
That's
I
what I
think
feel
that
like.
with the fellas losing the titles, Dom being the only one that actually has gold in
Mhm.
the Judgment Day now, with him, he's going to be losing the Intercontinental title soon. I mean, we all know that. But I think that the whole Judgment Day is going to be going out of business here real soon. But does Liv come back sooner than later, or what? Because I would love to see her come back and
I
then
would too.
rejoin Dom, and then they end up both leaving Judgment Day,
Maybe.
or they just start having a feud with them.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And maybe it's Finn that takes the AAA belt from Dom.
I want that would be
Oh.
good.
Oh,
Well, with
Because it was Dom that took the IC title from Finn.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
he screwed him out of the IC title in that.
Yeah, I mean he pinned Finn for the title, so
Yep.
it's kind of a best way to get revenge. I mean, especially if you're going to be breaking up the Judgment Day
Well,
in
that's
this whole
No.
process. So
Dom was WrestleMania.
right,
Who did what one the ladder? No.
no, it was a ladder match. It was just a
Fatal
fatal four way.
Sorry about the dogs.
I remember it was him. What was in it?
Yeah.
Him
Can you shut the door, Bobo?
and so
It's the only way I know what they're doing.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. What was you saying? I had to close my door.
I'm trying to think who was in that before WrestleMania. It was him and
So
Who
it
was
was a fatal four way with Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, and Mysterio.
okay. Yeah. And
Yep.
when Dom pinned, didn't he?
No, he pinned Finn Balor.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
There is some tension there already.
Yeah, there's
Just
there's
that,
a major
yeah.
tension, and I think we're building towards that. But one thing that I didn't hear you talk about on your SmackDown recap there, John, was the Ilya Dragunov United States Open Challenge.
Mm,
Yeah.
A fucking match. That is my match of the week. I thought him and Aleister Black tore the fucking house down. I think that it showed that Aleister Black is not just a lower mid card guy. He needs to be a high mid card guy. Hell, even put him in the main event picture. And I think he showed that.
Well, before they released him during COVID times, I mean, they had him in that damn Money Bank where they did it all over the Titan Towers or whatever you want to call it, headquarters.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to gave it to Otis. Come on, dude.
Yeah, he should have won that Money in the Bank, in my opinion. But
so
yeah,
did you want one? Who should have?
Aleister Black.
Yeah.
Instead of Otis. But I don't think a lot happened, in terms of this week. Of course, Cody, we're slowly starting to see that heel turn.
Which is good.
I think that's wonderful. The other thing I want to talk about is NXT Halloween Havoc. I didn't
Good
finish the
show.
show, but I know the results. I
Yeah.
had to stop it due to the football game being on today, and of course, I got my heart broken again today. But it is what it is. Football's football, and that's going to happen. I don't know how the fuck we blow that lead, but we did. Anyway, Halloween Havoc, man, what an interesting show, and what a decent show. Was it holy crap worthy? No, it wasn't. It was it felt like it could have been a special episode of NXT on regular television, in my opinion. The big takeaways for me anyway are that Ethan Page is one of the best wrestlers in the company right now. One of the best heels in the business right now. I think that guy is going to be called up sooner rather than later. I think the partnership with AAA is doing wonders. I think Leon Slater is the second best wrestler in the world right now. I mean, that kid just, every time I see him, he blows me away. Whether it's at Bound for Glory with him and Javon, who put on one of my favorite matches of the year, or if it's him in some fucking rinky-dink arena doing an indie match, he blows me away every single time that I see the kid. And him and Javon both, I think, are are future high mid card guys. I don't think they'll ever be world champion guys, but I think they'll be, United States champion or Continental champion when they do get that call, because they will get that call. You know, and the other thing I want to talk about, and it really got me emotional, was the Hardys and the
Oh, yeah.
Dark State. Jeff Hardy coming out to represent the Fiend himself, Bray Wyatt, in his face paint. It made me smile. It made me tear up. And to see the woken Hardys, not really the broken Hardys, but to see them
Right.
in a WWE ring again, that was special. And just that little nod to Bray. Of course, they were him and Matt Hardy were the Eater of Worlds, former Raw tag team champions. So to see Jeff pay homage to arguably the greatest mind in professional wrestling history,
He died too young.
he definitely too young, and that got me emotional. Ricky Starks, of course, my boy, my guy, of course, retaining his NXT championship against Trick Williams. Booker T wasn't too happy about that, but I love me some Stroke Daddy. Love me some Ricky Saints. So I'm happy that he's still the champion. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do with Trick after this. Maybe he gets called up. I don't know. But of course, Carmelo's a face now again. So maybe we see Trick and Melo on the main roster. But yeah, Drew, did you watch Halloween? Oh, wait, hold on. Go ahead, John.
No, I was just I wanted to put in something on that Halloween Havoc.
Yep.
You like you guys know, I've watched NXT here and there the last handful of years, but I'm now starting to get more into it.
I watch their pay-per-views. I don't watch their weekly stuff.
Right. Okay. Well, I can agree. Yes. Yeah. So, JC Jane. So she loses her title. She loses her title to Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum Paxley.
I don't know if I was really expecting that.
I was.
I like the twist.
I do too. Is this one of the things where JC now on the list to be called up? The other thing is Zarya losing full title. I really expected it. I was expecting it to happen, but I think it's coming, so I'm really running that. But yeah, the show was very decent. Yeah, I was liking it. Was to me.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it was just me, but it felt like it could have been a special, Tuesday night NXT episode, where you could have got it on free television.
Well, I mean that's the same we feel about some of the mirror paper like Crown and the stuff that happens across. See, realistically, all of those are pretty much 4 or 5 episodes all.
Nah, bro. I gotta defend Crown Jewel because that I would pay $100, more than $100 to see that AJ Styles and John Cena match again for the first time.
Hey, that was really good.
That was different. Though. This one was different. I'm saying like back to Clash in Paris. Go back to Palooza. Those they could have used those on a freaking Saturday night main event or Raw or something.
I can see where you're coming from, but the only defense I will make for that is those European crowds.
Well, yeah, they more into the show than we do.
You can still make it a Saturday night main event and still be in that location, but it doesn't have to be a pay-per-view because this is where TKO and WWE could go over to Tony Khan and be like, "Hey, teach me how to be consistent in pay-per-views right now."
Yeah,
because you are dog walking us when it comes to pay-per-views. But they have their heads stuck so far up their ass when it comes to being non-consistent on stuff that they can have a good pay-per-view, and then the next 3 might as well just be Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or just something on weekly television. But yet AEW is having amazing pay-per-views back to back to back.
Yeah, they're very consistent with their stuff.
Well, one of the that I think TKO and WWE need to cut short is instead of doing 2 night pay-per-views, go back to doing one night. Nobody know half the matches shouldn't be on the card way, so why not make it a one night affair?
Or have it to where there's matches going on in the pre-show.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I have a what the fuck moment from this week that technically started a few weeks ago.
Okay, I thought.
Now, am I upset about it? Yes. At the same time, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I love the fact that they on SmackDown brought out Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. And they
Yes.
partnered them together. They are a great duo. They work together. Yes, they're married. Awesome. He's a lucky son of a bitch. Congratulations. But they work well together, and the storyline they're going with is amazing. However, they could have done this shit with Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux a long fucking time ago. And they wasted talent.
Yep.
And I'm pissed off about that.
Thank
It
you
works
for
with
saying that.
Aleister Black and whatnot, but they could have done this months ago and still retained amazing talent.
Yeah.
Why did they waste why did they waste this opportunity they had? That's what I want to know. So if anyone knows anybody in the business, again, any viewers, if you reach out to anybody there, I will gladly take the smoke for it. If anyone has any type of replies for it, or if anybody just wants to give their own opinion. But why the hell did they waste the talent that they had out of those two amazing individuals that they know can steal the show anytime they have the camera in front of them? Why did they waste it? And now they don't have that opportunity because they have burned the bridges with those two amazing individuals.
Yep.
Well, see, you could have. Well, see, at this point, like what they got going on with fucking Zelina and Aleister, I mean, it would have been a perfect fit to make them two tag teams of faction.
Yeah. You could have.
Yeah.
You could. There's so many things they could have done. They could have started something to where they have the power couples on Raw. They could have the power couples on SmackDown. They're already starting to get the competitive sense with AEW on new titles and things, but as well as like the women's titles. But they wasted the opportunity, and now it's too late to have two amazing superstars back on the roster.
Yeah.
Because I truly
Agreed.
doubt that Karrion and Scarlett, even if they get the phone call saying, "Hey, we fucked up. We're sorry. Please come back," I doubt they would. I truly do. And honestly, I don't blame them.
The only thing I'll say about that is money talks. You might be right, but if you know if Dwayne or Triple H were to call and say, hey, we're going to sign you guys to a 3-year deal, you know, $3, $4, $5 million. Shit.
But they can't have Scarlett be just a manager.
No, you got to have her in the ring.
Yes.
If Zelina can be in the ring, Zelina can be in the ring, so can Scarlett.
Yes. And why they held her back the last time, I have no idea.
I don't have a clue. But John, you just said something that I think that needs to be addressed. You said money talks. I'm a big Karrion Kross guy. I follow him on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. I don't think money matters to him anymore. I think
not now, but still, anybody. It's like DiBiase said back in the day. Everybody has a price, and if the money, if money's thrown in their face, there's no way on God's green earth that they turn it down. If they're used correctly and given the right amount of money, shit, they'll go.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so because I think
go ahead.
Number one, look at what Matt Cardona's doing on the Indies. They're going to make more money than what they could ever make in WWE, what they're doing right now. And I think Karrion Kross's passion, if you listen to this dude talk about wrestling, he fucking loves professional wrestling. It's not just like, oh, I was in WWE and I like wrestling and I'm a professional. He eats, sleeps, and breathes wrestling. So money to him, I don't think he cares. If the right story was there and they were promised, hey, we're going to give you guys a story that these people will love and these people will get behind and we're going to put the title on you, I think that's when he'll go, yeah, okay, we'll come back, but it's going to be on my terms. I want creative control. That's
Yeah.
the only way I could see them coming back to WWE, as much as I love those two, is if they got creative control. And I don't think they'll ever get that.
Speaking of creative control, who would be a great new person to be in charge of the Vision?
Mm.
Karrion Kross.
Oh my God.
Well, see, I had that thought in my head before they released. Well, see, they hadn't even. I don't even think they really started the Vision before they cut him loose.
No, the Vision wasn't around that long.
No, because I think it was just Heyman and Seth.
Yeah.
Before they cut him loose, so it really wasn't a faction.
Yep.
But could you imagine pulling that card? I mean, if he were to come back, but to then have Karrion Kross working alongside Paul Heyman with the opportunity that could be of that mastermind working with that creative genius, and you can say to whoever for those adjectives of who's the mastermind, who's the creative genius, because they're both brilliant.
Yeah.
That would be TV worthy, pay-per-view worthy every night. And I'm not even including throwing Scarlett in that, because that's TV worthy every time she's on the camera anyways. But
Yeah.
and that goes without saying. But you get the creativity of Karrion Kross and Paul Heyman mixed together. Holy shit. Especially if you can just give them creative, do whatever you want. Dude, come on. Come on.
That's why I
but
said I thought it would have been cool. You know, now that they, unfortunately the whole Seth thing happened quicker than we thought, but
Right.
adding somebody like, Ethan Page or hell, Austin Theory, they're perfect fits for that faction.
Yes.
Or bring that powerhouse that Starks beat for the title.
Oh, but yeah,
bring him into the mix. But since you've got two already behemoths in the Vision, have a third behemoth in there. And that's just like having the Nation of Domination all over again. Because you look at those original individuals, they were just powerhouse muscle men.
Yeah.
I mean, even D'Lo wasn't really huge, but he could still strong in his own way.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of pissed off, strong black men, and that's
Yeah.
For
But
lack
then
of a
you just
better term, that's what they were.
Yeah, and then you get these massive individuals now, which even though they're massive, they're still as athletic and agile as luchadors, basically. So they're evolving the sport and the game, whatever you want to call it. But holy shit, if you could have them three together, that's just diabolical itself.
Man, it makes it. I was not to change topic because there's another thing I want to talk about before we end the episode. But I was watching. I don't know if you guys have caught episode of it, but Dark Side of the Ring.
Mm.
Yes.
Fucking fantastic show, by the way. I was watching the Bam Bam Bigelow episode for the new season. I didn't realize how good Bam Bam was, and it just made
All around.
It just made me think, like, man, if Bam Bam was still here and he was still able to go, him and Bron Breakker would put on a WrestleMania main event that would be incredible. So, I think these big men defying the laws of big men it's more and more common, but I don't think Bam Bam gets his credit, man, because he was the first to do it. Him and Vader both were the first to do it.
Well, I'll tell you, crazy. What got me? I always liked Bam Bam, but what really, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Got me more thrilled to watch him in matches was, and I know this sounds so crazy, but you have to watch it again. But WrestleMania 11, he did a match with Lawrence Taylor, and even Lawrence Taylor, for being just a football player, bro, they put on a hell of a match, dude.
They did.
Yeah. And I think Vader, is probably the most underused guy maybe in WWE history. We are talking, man, when he was in Japan, he was the Hulk Hogan of
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah.
So to look at that and then look at his WWE run, he might be the most underutilized guy of all time.
Well, I blame part of that. I blame part of that on Michaels
I blame
because
it all on Michaels. He was a piece.
yeah,
of shit.
because he was supposed to have lost that title to Vader. I think it was SummerSlam of '96 or something like that.
And that's where the whole "I said
The
move,
cr-
motherfucker" incident happened.
Mm.
Yeah, yep.
And like I don't know why I said Bam Bam, but the episode was on Vader. Bam Bam was just in my head, but I don't know why I said Bam Bam. And like guys, he was like God in Japan.
Yeah.
Like he could do no wrong. If he would have walked on water, that Japanese crowd would have believed it. So to see that, and that be his legacy in WWE, I think he might be the most underutilized guy in the entire company.
Well, that and there's an interview that Taker did at one point,
Yep.
not too long ago, where he said that him and Vader were on a talk show. I want to say in Korea
Yeah.
in the '90s, and in the '90s of some time, and the talk show host asked the infamous question of, "But isn't it fake?" And
Oh yeah.
with those guys staying in kayfabe all the time at that point, that set Vader off. And he literally grabbed the host by the neck or by the collar and started shaking around. Is this fake? Does this feel fake?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
And
he
then
got
they
arrested
get back
for
to the
that.
hotel, and then next thing you know, here's the Korean army there to arrest Vader. Like, oh my God! Like, but yeah, it just
So here's the crazy thing about that. So when you get a chance, Drew, go on our source that we will not name and watch the Dark Side of the Ring episode on Vader.
Yeah.
He talks about that incident in like
yeah.
an interview. And it was planned. The guys that run the TV station said, "Yeah, can you go in there and flip the table and act crazy?" And it was planned. I guess the host had no fucking clue, but it was planned. And instead of them going, "No, no, 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 this was planned, he's okay," they just let it. They kept him in Korea for like 2 months.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But the last thing I'll talk about before we wrap this episode up is this Andrade situation.
Yeah.
I keep seeing online that they're in talks to bring him back to WWE
For what I don't know.
because the
You
guy's
know,
fantastic.
that he has somebody higher up. He's got to have dirt on somebody to be able to get what is going on right now, because there's no other superstar that could be in this boat he's in.
I don't care what people say. I think he's still fucking Charlotte Flair.
It's quite possible.
Oh.
It's quite possible, because
they
that's
were
going to have to
supposed-
be the kind of pull he's got to have in order to be getting away with what he's doing.
I mean, they were married at one point, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, right? So
How long?
I don't know, man. It just seems like I know their relationship was public. So what I'm thinking is they said about the divorce or whatever, and I think that shit might have been real, but they got divorced because they didn't want to have a public relationship anymore.
Yeah.
And that happens all the time in wrestling, It happened with Macho Man and Elizabeth. It happened with a lot of people in the business. They get divorced publicly, but they stay together quietly.
That happens.
And I think that's what's happening in this situation. That's the only way I can think about Andrade being able, he's licking the right crack, to quote the great Jim Cornette. So,
Wasn't there something similar with Rusev and Lana?
yeah.
That's famous people in general.
Which that's somebody I wish would come back too. So
That
even
happens.
if it's just for eye candy.
Lana?
Famous people.
Yeah, just for eye candy alone. Good Lord.
Well, the craziness is they got her in the Legends section of Legends alumni, but she's number one, she's not even a legend, and number two, we haven't seen her one time since Rusev's been back.
I don't think they will. Honestly, I really don't think they will. But that Legends contract thing, anybody can be on that Legends contract.
Yeah.
Speaking of somebody that got a Legends contract that I had no idea, and it makes me smile. Hornswoggle has a Legends contract.
Good for him. Good for
And
him.
damn if he don't deserve it.
Yep.
See, I like that. I like that guy. I see a lot of what's that guy's name? Chris Van Vliet. He does a lot of podcasts with the guys, and him. Let's say I seen one the other day of him, Hornswoggle, and Taker, and just the stuff that was talked about was just it was crazy.
Oh, when they talk about Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Ball.
Oh my God.
Dude, if
Now
me and
here's
his
the
See
funny
the other
one.
podcast
side
could
of
see him,
Taker
man.
and see how he can just joke
Please
around with
just
like
say
one of
it.
the
Please, come
kids,
on.
basically. Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
Well,
it's brilliant.
one I seen funny. I think it was yesterday morning. Was how when Kali came into when Kali was Big E. Apparently, Hornswoggle was bullying him, and something. I guess Big E reached his breaking point, and they were in the airport or something, and Big E just kind of kicked him in the back and made him fly halfway across the floor, and Hornswoggle said he got up, looked at Kofi. Kofi was just laughing, and I guess Hornswoggle said to him, "I guess I pushed him to his breaking point," and Kofi was like, "Yeah, you pushed him to the breaking point. That shit's funny, dude."
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's one of the guys that deserve it. But I'm gonna close this episode for this week. Of course, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support on the podcast. And by the way, when this podcast gets big enough, and it will, Chris Van Vliet, feel free to come on the show, my guy. Because, man, you talk about an interview that I want to have. He's a guy I want to have an interview with. But I want to thank Mr. Eddie Kingston, of course, for joining me. Of course, it wasn't busy. You know, I had to get out of Hell's Kitchen and done doing my stuff that I was doing over there. I'm here this week, though. You know, still got to check up on Matt. But anyway, I want to thank Art the Clown for some reason. That was weird, man. Are you sure you guys are all right?
We're good. We're good.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Okay.
It's weird. You guys got to make sure you lock your doors at night.
Oh yeah.
I want to thank Art the Clown for being here, weirdly enough. And I want to thank Andrew, Mr. Magic Fingers himself, for coming back once again. Of course, you guys will get a special Halloween episode. Halloween's on
Thursday.
Friday, right?
When's Halloween?
Friday, right?
Yep. Friday.
Yeah, right. Hey, don't forget to thank Boba Fett over there.
Oh, well, he disappeared too. Can we come back for a minute?
Oh yeah.
Hang on. I gotta thank him personally.
Yeah, I'm thinking personally.
I know he's usually in a galaxy far, far away and found time to be here today, so I want to thank him personally.
Get off before I kill myself. Hello.
All right, thank you. This is fucking brilliant. Thank you so much, Boba Fett, for being here. We really appreciate it. Although I think your dad's better. But anyway,
That's rude.
thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys this Friday with a special Halloween episode. Be safe, guys. Have fun with your family this holiday. And always be safe because there are some crazy individuals out here in this world.
Like someone's aunt.
Yeah, bro. Y'all gotta check y'all's candy this year and everything.
Yeah, really.
Ain't that some shit, though? Anyway, I'm gonna close this episode out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Hopefully Art never comes back. If he does, we gotta
We'll be ready for him this time.
we gotta make sure that friggin' you gotta get your doors checked.
That's my buddy. It's okay.
But we will see you guys in the next episode. Be safe, guys, please.